Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today I'd like to continue building the Rainbow Mansion. We're working on the interior, and in the last episode we built the grand staircase in the entrance hall. And now today, if we go in this direction through the pink door to this big beautiful open space, I like the bright colours and I kind of think that this will make a great grand ballroom for our house. So I think for this thing what we need is the potential, I think, for real life music. So I think we're going to want a little stage somewhere. I'm just trying to decide where the stage would best be set. I think perhaps on this big wall here. And I think so from the door 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yes. So the centre block, so there'd be 3 blocks from the door on either side, and then we can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then at the side here we can use the slab to build a little staircase. So we've got the slab steps so the band can come and stand on this little podium. And then if you don't have live music, we will want a jukebox, and we can pop a music disc of your choice in it to play music for your ballroom, and then people could dance or watch the entertainment, and then of course there's always going to be somewhere that you need to have space for seating, so I'm going to put in a little seating space 4 wide, turn the ends under both windows, so 1, 2, turn, and then I'm going to use some carpeting, so we will use 2 black on either side and 2 red on the middle, so that the people that are sitting can have somewhere nice and warm for their toes to be placed on. And as it's a private dance floor, you don't need too much space. And if you don't like the idea of having the big carpeting in, you might want to not use birch for making your seating area, because that will then blend in with the floor. But I've done it deliberately so it all does blend in together. But that's a personal choice. If you don't like that, you could use one of the browner woods perhaps for the stage and the stairs and the chairs instead, so that they don't blend in. So that is my idea for a grand ballroom. You might as well think about adding extra things on the walls as well. You could add pictures, drapes as well, for your own personal taste. So let's think, shall we use some pictures? Paintings? Are they called pictures or paintings? I always get that all mixed up. I think they're called paintings, aren't they? Paintings, yes, that's the one. So we don't need the frame anymore. We are going to have to think, how big a thing do we want? So if we go to the centre, it's going to put one of those great big ones on, isn't it? Right, so is it going to put one of those great big ones on? Oh, I don't think yes, that's more in keeping with the ballroom, isn't it? The little men. Yes, I'm not sure the karate one is really in keeping. I think that is in keeping, but I've already got that one. Is there anything else besides those two? Ooh. I think we might be better to stick with the little girl and the dog then on both sides like that. And you could of course put banners and things up if you want to, like say they've got a crest of arms or whatever, and you create that for the family, so that you've got your like crest of arms and things. So that, I think, is my grand ballroom completed. And then I was thinking, because it's a big grand mansion, the other side would probably be good for a big dining area. But perhaps, yes, perhaps a different type of wood so that it doesn't all blend in. So if we go for, which colour should we go? Should we go for spruce? So let's go for spruce. Spruce. So we'll want stairs for chairs and then perhaps the trapdoor, I think, for a, let's think this through. We're going to want a great big table and we're going to want a lot of chairs, and I will want a little bit of space. Right, so if we come 2 away from the wall, so if we come in 1, 2 away from the wall and go 2 to the side, so 1 away from the wall and with a 3 gap, and then every other one, and let's see where that leaves us. So 1, 2, 3 gap from the wall and 1 across, so that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4 chairs with 1, 2, 3 gaps at either end. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll want at least a double for the chair. So if we come across 1, alright, so 1, 2, 3, yeah, right. So from the door wall we want to come 2 blocks away before we add our chair. So 1, 2, 3 to the side and 2 spaces behind. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have 3 wide between the chairs here, which gives us the space for our grand spot at the top and the bottom, which will be 1 away from the wall. See? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then we will want to put the fence all the way between them to make the base for your grand, gigantic, elegant table. And then you can choose the colour for the top of your table based on who your family are. So since I used red and black in, I was thinking I might use grey for the whole table, but I think that'll be quite dull. So I'm wondering if we could maybe use a checkerboard effect on the table with the red and black, which we used in the grand ballroom, and see what we get if we do the sort of checkerboard effect on our table. See if that looks nice. I'm hoping it will. So every other one will be red, and then we'll come back and fill the gaps with black, and then we'll see if that looks like a nice big elegant fancy table for like formal dining and stuff. And the colours of course also kind of fit quite nicely with our rainbow mansion idea. We want to try and keep a bit of colour in there and make it a little bit different. I think that's working quite well actually. I quite like that, the red and the black together. I kind of like that, and with it the rainbow idea, I do quite like that actually. Oh, very right, okay. Now the trapdoor idea is to make like a table. So if we put, so come 2 away from the door on either side, and we can make like 3 wide table, just like that. And now I'm wondering if I can actually put a plant pot on that, or is that might not be possible. Let's check that out for you, and for my curiosity as well. But as well, where's the plant pot? There's the pot. We don't want that again, so let's try that. So if we crouch, can we do it? Oh yes, if we crouch we can do it. Then we'll want a plant. Which plant shall we put in? We've gone for quite a lot of red. Should we go for a poppy or a tulip or something? Because we've got quite a lot of red. Let's see. Which one's the tulip? That's the tulip, look. Yeah, I quite like that actually. And since we've gone for a lot of red and black, maybe we'll go for the banners in red and black. So if we go banner, so we take red and black, and then we could place the black at one side and the red at the other, and then if we go opposite, now is that placed? That's placed between the first 2 chairs there. So if we put red there and then go to the black and place that between the two chairs, like so. There is our fancy dining room for the downstairs. So that now completes the 2 rooms in the downstairs that we've put together. And if you want a little bit more decoration or something for the we could go for a cauldron maybe, and some of the jungle leaves, and then we could put a cauldron in each of the corners of the room, like so, there and there. And then we could go to the jungle leaves, and if you make too tall, I think will fit quite nicely in this room. You could go 3 tall if you want the extra height, but if you go too tall, it's in the same sort of line as the banners are, so I kind of like that as a height. And that then completes the downstairs for my rainbow mansion. And in the next episode we'll take a look at the upstairs when we'll decide whether we're going to make it into 2 rooms or perhaps divide some of them to make 3 or 4. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!